Hi everyone, I'm Favio Vázquez. I'm from Venezuela. I'm very happy to be from Venezuela. It's an amazing country in trouble right now. I promised Kate that I will sing the anthem or original anthem here in the video, but maybe I won't. And so I'm a data scientist. I'm a proclaimed data scientist. This is something I say all the time. I proclaim myself as a data scientist. I did not study this. I studied physics and computer engineering. Then I did my master's in physics, and somehow that transformed me into a data scientist. I'm trying to change the world. This is what I'm trying to do right now, helping most people as I can. I'm trying to spread the word of data science across industries, across people, trying to make this a serious area of investigation, and trying to define also a lot of concepts that are maybe misleading for someone who's trying to enter the area and thinking, yes, this is only statistics, or this is only machine learning, or this is something that has been around for 20 years. And so this is what I've been trying to do last year and this year, and maybe for the rest of my life. I'll try to get out there and say, I mean, speak about my experience, speak about my knowledge, how I'm learning from others too. So this is, I think, what defines me is I can define myself as someone who's trying to be successful by helping people.
Great. Thank you so much. It's great to have you here, Fabio. And yes, at the end of this video, as promised, we expect the national anthem for Venezuela. And the reason being is you're currently in Mexico, right?
Yeah, I'm in Mexico right now.
Venezuela, yes. So the reason I've asked you to sing the national anthem is because I moved your dot on my map to Venezuela, so you're supporting your country. So we'll wait for that in the end. But for now,
Okay.
a question for you. So with a physics background, did you have any challenges in learning data science? And if yes, what was the most challenging part?
I mean, I think I was lucky because in the beginning, I started at the same time physics and computer engineering. So I had my vision when I was like 17 years old was trying to combine these two areas into cosmology. This was my main focus when I was like 18 and 19, 20. So I studied a lot of different things like statistics and statistical learning and Bayesian cosmology and Bayesian statistics. So it was not that hard for me to go into data science because a lot of the things we do right now on machine learning or deep learning have a lot of roots in calculus, in algebra, mathematics, something I'm really comfortable with. The thing that was kind of, I think, complex for me was trying to understand the business I'm working with. Because I mean, I come from academia, so I've been around people from academia all my life. So because I did my two careers and then my masters and stuff. So when I realized, yeah, I really like data science and I really like to work in this area, it was not that easy for me to go into a new job and understand. Maybe I work right now for a bank, so that was really hard for me in the beginning to understand how a bank works, and why do they choose to do this, or why does this table exist, or why are these goals for this enterprise or organization. So I think one of the hardest parts of becoming a data scientist from an academia field is trying to understand that it's not the same as academia. This is business, and people is trying to solve really complex goals, but they're trying to do that in a period of time that is reasonable. I mean, you can say to the school you work with or the college, yeah, I have a project in mind that will take 20 years, and that's okay. That's okay because and most of them take more than that. If you think about the Large Hadron Collider and all of these massive experiments, those are really long experiments. But I cannot say to my business here, hey, I need to do something for 20 years. So it's like a short period of time with a specific goal.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so the domain expertise and then kind of the time constraints was your biggest challenge then.
Yeah, time constraint and being able to participate with different kinds of people in a same in a same meeting, because I was used to work with physicists or computer engineers, developers and stuff, and then you get into a meeting, there's like business people and stakeholders and people who's like in marketing or maybe web developers and stuff. And in the beginning it's not that easy to communicate your ideas to everyone, and you have to learn that. You have to learn how to communicate your ideas to different kinds of people.
Right, makes sense. Okay, so in the beginning, when you introduced yourself, you mentioned that you like to explain topics kind of in a simpler way to make others understand. And I noticed you just published an article on KD Nuggets called A Weird Introduction to Deep Learning. Can you just
Yeah.
share a few key takeaways from that article?
All right. So what I mean, last year I thought that it was really hard to get into some concepts in data science. And I mean, I'm not an expert in everything, but I studied a lot on the of deep learning last year, and this year I'm actually focused on deep learning. And what I'm trying to do is trying to make easy to people to get into the field, and actually to make people understand that this is a different kind of field. Of course, neural nets are old and all of these different kind of things, and I show that in a timeline I created in the article. This until 2017. So this is not a new area of research. But what is new is the ways we're developing software to do that, the hardware we use, the different tools we have to work with deep learning. And in the article, what I do is, apart from trying to explain what is deep learning using simple concepts and trying to make available a lot of resources for getting more information about deep learning, what I actually do is I go into the main breakthroughs that got us into deep learning. Both and there are some of them are theoretical breakthroughs, some of them are from like hardware or maybe a topology, a paper was really important. And is a weird introduction because I'm not like really explaining the math behind a concept and then trying to do an example. And there are a lot of blogs and mention and articles about it. So this is a kind of weird kind of introduction because I'm not going into the depth of getting to know the math behind all of the kind of different concepts. I'm just trying to get people to understand that deep learning is more than just neural nets, and deep learning is more than just adding layers to neural nets. And there's a lot of research around different kind of topologies, mathematical objects behind deep learning, statistics, calculus. There's a lot of stuff that is actually working together to this kind of field. And this is not the ultimate thing right now. I mean, this is the ultimate AI way we're doing stuff, but in the near future, maybe there will be something more advanced. But right now, this is what we have.
Yeah.
And this is like the state of the art to do like AI. And of course, in the article is the missing part of reinforcement learning. That's really important right now. I'm working on an article about that right now, because the thing we're trying to accomplish here is AI, and deep learning is not AI. It's a subfield of machine learning. So we're trying here to accomplish our main goals of creating intelligence. And this is something I created in a later post called creating intelligence with data science, because what I'm saying here is one of the ways we can use all of these tools and use all of these different kind of knowledge we have from deep learning, machine learning, statistics, is through data science we can create and be and intelligence. We can transform all of these different kind of concepts in mathematics into actual intelligence for business or organizations and stuff.
Right. Right, and I'll include a link to that article in the post when I share this video and in the video description, so people can go ahead and read that. Thank you. So another question on kind of how you're helping the community. You are heavily involved in the data science office hours. Do you have any like background story of how that got started?
Yeah, that was really weird in the beginning, because the thing was, Bo, he I mean, he wrote a post on LinkedIn saying, hey, I have an idea to start talking about data science on my Instagram and helping people, because he was getting a lot of different kind of questions from people, and it's overwhelming for him to trying to answer all of them. And then I thought, hey, I'm in the same spot right now, because I was getting a lot of different questions from people. I tried to answer most as I could, but it's not easy. So I wrote him, hey, can I join you in this kind of talks about data science?
Hmm.
And he said, of course, yeah, that's great. And at the same time, Eric also wrote him with the same idea, because we were in the same spot of getting a lot of different questions from people. So what we did in the beginning was, I mean, it was not called like office hours and stuff. It was like talking data science. Was a real simple format where we just talk about anything.
Mm-hmm.
And in the beginning was only Eric and me, and then Tari came in. And when we had the idea of transforming this into a weekly format or a monthly based format, and then Sarah said, hey, there's no women here. What's going on? So we thought on adding her, and now you're part of it too. So I think what we're trying to do here is trying to help people in a way that will not consume all of our lives. Because the thing is, normally we get a lot of different questions, and I love those questions because sometimes they make me think, but I cannot read all of them. And what we've been doing with these office hours is trying to cover these kind of topics that people is really interested, like data preparation, data visualization, data cleansing, or how to transform ideas into questions in data science. And in the long run, we'll try to cover as much as possible for people to I mean, it's not like a really deep conversation or anything. It's like it's more something like a taste for people to be there. Oh yeah, I had this question, now I have a kind of answer. Or and people out there too in the chat are sharing different kind of, oh yeah, when you have this question, this blog post can answer you. And it's for like getting people to know each other. They're beginners mostly, trying to get into the area, and we try to solve their questions. This is what we're doing here.
Got it. So really just another way to help the community, right?
Yeah.
Great. So the last question I have for you before we get into your singing is, if you could possess a superhuman power, what would it be?
If I can possess a superhuman power.
Right? Flying, you know, invisibility. Well, you can pick anything you want.
I think what I would really like to do is fly.
Fly?
Yeah.
Why? Where are you flying?
It's kind of cliche, but I know, because it would be really easy to go into work and no traffic at all, and then going back and then doing everything. And I won't spend any money on gas or any money on Uber or taxis and stuff. So I think it will be a good way to save money to fly, to be able to fly.
Okay, great. Well, we're ready for your, you know.
For my singing, actually. So I mean, it's in Spanish, or
yeah, I googled it. I know the words now. Yeah.
You know the words?
Some of them, yeah.
All right. Our anthem is really important for us, because it was created in a time in a period of time of war, and it was actually to inspire soldiers and to inspire people to get out there and fight for our independence or revolution and stuff. Right now we need an anthem, because we are in a really weird place in Venezuela right now. So the anthem is called Gloria al Bravo Pueblo, Okay, so it goes like this. Gloria al bravo pueblo que el yugo lanzó, la ley respetando la virtud y honor. Gloria al bravo pueblo que el yugo lanzó, la ley respetando la virtud y honor. Abajo cadenas, abajo cadenas. That's it. I'm not going any further.
That's
It's a
awesome.
really and the words in Spanish are really hard. It's not like your. I mean, I don't know if that happens with your anthems and stuff for people around the globe, but my state anthem and my country's anthem has really weird words that we don't use anytime.
Okay.
And there's like all different kind of words and we don't use them, and of course most of them we do, but there's really intense words, like really trying to get your point out there that you're
Mm.
intense in an intense country and stuff.
Well, I mean, I don't even know my country's national anthem, so maybe I'll Google.
Nah, that's not okay.
I know, but it's okay. No, I know America's. I just don't know country of birth. So
Yeah,
I'll Google that. All right. Well, Fabio, thank you so much for being on Humans Data Science. It's been great getting to know you and hearing you sing. So thank you.
thank you, Kate, and thank you all guys, and happy to be helping, and see you soon.